everyone. So today we're going to be talking about a character that can be anyone as well as do anything they can do. And of course, we're talking about Impossible Man. Now, the Impossible Man is not exactly a hero and he's not exactly a villain. He just is. And he first appeared in the Fantastic Four number 11 of February 1963 and was created directly by Stan Lee and writer-artist Jack Kirby. Now, the Impossible Man is of a race called the Pop-Upians, and that planet is called Pop-Up. All of the people in this planet Pop-Up are shapeshifters. Now, the character is usually used for comedy. He is basically portrayed as a lonely, attention-seeking alien that pretty much annoys all of the superheroes around him, especially the Fantastic Four. Now, his first run with the Fantastic Four didn't seem to get a very good reception. Stan Lee actually says it was the worst-selling Fantastic Four he has ever had. He pretty much says that it's too unusual and too frivolous. But after a long absence, Impossible Man returned in Fantastic Four number 175 and visited the Marvel Comics office. At the very end of the story, he was adopted by the Fantastic Four. This time, the character stuck and became kind of popular, and he remained a regular part of the comic until number 195, when Sue tells him that she was really tired of him, and he turned into a bee and flew away. Now, when the Impossible Man first appeared in the Fantastic Four comics, he was different from previous guest stars in that he wasn't a villain. The teams first meet him at the Flamingo restaurant when they're summoned there to investigate a disturbance. Now, he was designed by Stan Lee to be a prankster and a hedonist from the planet Pop-Up in the, quote, 10th galaxy, who they all basically share a collective consciousness, and their planet is so dangerous that they have the ability to evolve very quickly. Now, while seeking amusement, the character visits Earth for a vacation by turning himself into a spaceship. After finding the superhero team, the Fantastic Four, and realizing nobody else on Earth has any power such as his, he concludes that he's the most powerful being on Earth altogether. And he constantly harasses them until they decide to pretty much ignore him, forcing the Impossible Man to leave as he finds Earth so boring. Now, the way he gets his name is because the Thing claims that he is impossible. The character does not appear again until 76, acting as a deus ex machina in a storyline involving the cosmic entity Galactus. The Impossible Man convinces him to consume his homeworld Pop-Up instead of Earth, causing Galactus to seemingly perish from cosmic indigestion. Since the Pop-Upians have a shared consciousness, they were more than happy to sacrifice their planet to stop Galactus, knowing that their culture would live on in the embodiment of its most adventurous member. The Impossible Man then makes a humorous appearance at the offices of Marvel Comics, where he causes havoc until Stan Lee promises to give him his own title. In the 1980s, after helping the Thing defeat several villains at a party, the Impossible Man observes the Thing with his partner, Alicia Masters, and decides that he's become very lonely. The character then decides to reproduce, which is, in his case, a asexual process, by splitting into two. This creates fellow Pop-Upian, the Impossible Woman. The pair later attempt to recreate their race and create the Impossible Kids, with the entire, quote, family visiting the Thing. His adventures become even more comedic in that Impossible Man engages in a shape-shifting competition with Warlock, causing havoc on an alternate universe version of Earth, all while trying to obtain the movie rights to the autobiography of professional sidekick Rick Jones. Now, later on, the Impossible Man finds and teases the cosmic being the Silver Surfer on two separate occasions, pleading for him to develop a sense of humor before battling the Titan Thanos. The character returns to Earth and causes more mischief. He actually encounters the hero Daredevil while looking for a lost child and starts a bar fight. He watches the Eternal Makari win a galactic marathon and invites various otherwise uncontacted heroes and supervillains to the wedding of Rick Jones. Now, after a brief encounter with the young superhero team New Warriors, the character enlists the aid of mutant team X-Force to instill some pride in his children, and enters into a wager with the alternate universe, the DC Universe's Mr. Mxyzptlk. Now, later on, the Impossible Man returns back to Earth, disguised as the Silver Surfer, and after teasing the hero Spider-Man, he actually warns him of an alien invasion. The Impossible Man's race are also revealed to actually have survived, with their consciousness stored inside the character. With the aid of the Fantastic Four, the aliens and the newly reborn Pop-Uppians are transported off-world, merging into one race on Spider-Man's suggestion. Now, in the Chaos War, the Impossible Man confronts Mikaboshi, trying to humor and reason with him while shape-shifting in various forms to pretty much divert him. But the Chaos King tires of him and brutally dispatches him. Impossible Man's last words are, "I thought we were just playing around." Impossible Man returns to Earth where he witnesses a battle between Hulk, Red Hulk, and Xemenu. Impossible Man uses this magic to combine Hulk and the Red Hulk into a Compound Hulk. Then the Impossible Man watches as the Compound Hulk fights a smart version of the Grey Hulk. Now, Impossible Man is later shown to have a son named Adolf Impossible, who has many of his father's fantastic powers and has a much more introverted personality, which causes Impossible Man to label Adolf as, quote, entirely too possible, and pled with the Future Foundation to accept him and allow him to grow as a person. Now, as far as this character's powers and abilities go, the Impossible Man has a unique physiology that enables him to take on virtually any form whatsoever via molecular manipulation. And it is an effect that's commonly accompanied by a pop sound. He can mimic the properties of objects or humanoid beings at his will, such as Thor, Claw, or even Wolverine. He has the ability to use all of their powers, independently or altogether. He has the ability to travel through hyperspace across different universes. He can psionically levitate himself and reproduce asexually. The Impossible Man and his mate are able to survive in the vacuum of space for literal months without sustenance by inducing a low metabolic rate onto themselves. And somehow the Impossible Man has possessed total knowledge of Earth's popular culture. This character is an awesome character. He is often overlooked, but he is super powerful. As again, he could have Thor's power and Wolverine's power all at the same time, and that, my friend, is fairly OP. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful night, a good morning, a great evening, whichever. Please like, share, and subscribe. We really do appreciate that. Also, leave a comment down below. Let us know how we did on this video. And if you have any characters that you would like us to represent on this channel, please write that down below. As always, Excelsior.